Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are all doing well. So as you guys can see right in front of us, we have a backtesting session that is about to be pulled up. You guys really enjoy these backtesting videos. Time is currently 1:30 in the morning. I couldn't really sleep, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and bless you guys really quick with a nice backtesting session. Yeah, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. I was really looking through the comments though in the other videos, in the other backtesting videos. I think it was the last one. Saw some people talking about why were you backtesting a recent year. You should have remembered the price action from a year ago, which that honestly, when I was reading that, I was laughing. I'm not gonna lie, because how am I supposed to remember price action from a year ago? That really just made my day. So whoever commented that, thank you. But to kind of combat that, I do have ChatGPT pulled up. I did this once before in like a previous backtesting video where I had ChatGPT pulled up, asked it for a random month and a year. So I was just gonna go ahead and do the same thing here as well. There's no real reason for me to fake my backtesting. Like, whatever. Anyways, though, let's go ahead. Let's get right into it. Get into this session. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to pick a random month and year. I'm gonna do from 2020 to 2025, just because price action during this area was a lot more volatile and it's actually tradable. So let's go ahead and see what ChatGPT gives me really quick. All right, here we go. September 2022. That is our selected date. But what I can say is that I do remember how 2022 was moving. It doesn't mean that I remember the individual candles and the individual setups, but I can say that 2022 was a pretty trendy month, from what I have backtested in the past. So let's go ahead and see how we end up performing now in September 2022. I just decided to go ahead and do 2 weeks of data. I don't want to make these videos way too long. Honestly, it's just kind of tiring, back testing a whole month's worth of data. So from the 11th to the 24th, a good 10 trading days. That's what you guys should be doing as well. I really don't recommend back testing 1, 2, 3 months worth of data. Just go ahead and, back test 2 weeks of data per day, and just be consistent with it. That's what I would recommend. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and remove all of this BS right here. I don't know why it always spawns with this every single time. That's kind of annoying. Change this to New York time, wherever we're at right now. Where is New York time? Why is it so hard to find New York time in this? New York time, please. New York time. Oh, there we go. I'm just stupid. Okay. Get ES pulled up as well. We are also on New York time. Okay, we're mobbing on New York time. So let's go ahead. Go to the next day open, and yeah, we're currently on Monday. So let's go ahead and break down price action and see what we're currently seeing on the charts. So looking at the daily charts right here, we are currently chilling on both of these pairs. We're in this daily right here. Looking at the overall structure, I guess we are bearish since we put in this high right here. So looking at this, I'm not really seeing any drawn liquidities in the higher direction. So I wouldn't like to long, even if we get something. It doesn't logically make sense. So definitely not going to be looking for longs, but looking for potential rejections off of this area to go and take this 4-hour unfilled. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and play out price action, see what we end up doing. This is the only real draw that I see that's close by. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what happens. Okay. All right, if we're going higher, I just don't want to be in this really. Not really ideal, honestly, to be. Yeah, all right, this is already turning into a non-tradable day. It is a Monday, so I'm not gonna go ahead and tweak out too much. Yeah, we're still like in this 4-hour / daily, right, overall area. So looks like Monday just wants to continue higher, so I'm gonna just leave it be and go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the next day, bro. This is not worth my time at all. Oh, okay, this looks a little bit better. So we do have CPI. I assume this is CPI because it's Tuesday and we have a 500-point dump. I just want to confirm that with news. Okay, yeah, it is CPI. Yeah, Tuesday we have CPI. Perfect. We have this data high right here, but the thing is, what I'm looking at is we've dumped this amount of points. We've dumped like 534%. Wow, what a volatile CPI. Yeah, so that is potentially off the table, these data highs right here, but I'll still go ahead and mark it out. Maybe if we pump higher. But what I am looking at is on the daily chart, I'm looking at this daily unfilled right here. I see that price is currently displacing, obviously due to CPI. So I probably think price is going to go and take this out first. Then we potentially go higher and reverse 500 points. But again, logically, that is not looking like it is making sense, due to the overall higher time frame of us being bearish, right? We put in this high, boom, lower, putting in this high into this daily, boom, lower as well, right? So instead of looking at data high in this case, I would probably be looking at this unfilled daily and these lows right here. So let's go ahead, break it down and see if we can potentially get an entry. Maybe if we can get an entry to this. Ooh, okay. So we have that thing that we talked about, right? That's on, sorry, that unfilled daily below right here. And we have this 15-minute gap. So let's see if we can get anything, maybe manipulation to this area. And then we can go ahead and potentially get a setup if we get a sharp rejection. Okay, need a rejection. All right, that's all I really need. Perfect. Gonna go ahead, take this right here, stop at these highs. We got that 930 manipulation. 1 to 1.3, just a little bit cooked in for the RR. Honestly, not really the worst, but gonna go ahead with that 2 contracts here, risking a little bit heavier, but pretty confident looking at this 15-minute. Yeah, this rejection is pretty nice, paired with the fact that we have this overall just movement low. Yeah, all right, that's all I really need to take this. So should rip. Perfect. Nice. There you go. Starting off this little session with the win. Nice little 2.2k banger. Stop at these highs right here, tap into the 15-minute. Pretty basic continuation, nothing really out of the ordinary. In back testing, really I don't really tend to take more of the discretional trades that I've been taking in the live markets. I guess that's what I've noticed. I just I guess for the YouTube video, I just decide to go ahead and take the trades that are more continuation based, I guess you could say. But yeah, I guess I've just been going for higher risk to rewards overall. I guess in the previous backtesting videos, that's what I've just noticed with my trading. Yeah, but in the live markets, I've definitely changed my trading a lot more. Just looking for more reading price overall, and just making the best informed decisions based off of that. So yeah, I mean, I still trade continuations. It's not like I don't trade continuations. Even in the live markets, I'll take a good continuation. But I'm also taking other entries as well, right? It could just be higher time frame continuations. I guess that's what you guys classify as reversals on the lower time frame, but I view it as a higher time frame continuation. So I haven't really strayed away from continuations. I still trade the same thing. I've just added more to my arsenal because I'm able to read price a lot better. So why would I bind myself to being stuck with looking at one specific entry criteria? But anyways, enough of this yapping. We're gonna go ahead and keep continuing with overall price. Yeah, so looking at the 4-hour right here, I mean, we are overall going lower once again. CPI ended up pushing us lower. I do like these lows right here. If we can go ahead and hit that. We're in this 4-hour gap. We are displacing lower. Looking at the overall time frame, still going lower as well. So yeah, realistically, I would like to see price just start to rip lower then. If we can, that would be ideal. Tap into this 15. We are ranging right now though. Sorry, the lights are kind of bright, but we are ranging right now. So I do not want to take this even if we do end up dumping. That's not really ideal. Maybe if we can get some sort of continuation. No, we just want to pump hard. Okay. So looking at price action right here, not really the best. Yeah, damn, we're just shopping around. Is this how brutal price? Wow, this 5-minute doesn't look great. Yeah, might just have to call it pretty early. I mean, it's already 11:30. Nothing happened my suspicions were true in terms of price just ranging around. And yeah, that's what we ended up doing. So maybe Thursday can be a little bit better. Why am I looking at the 3 hour? Just looking at the 4 hour. Okay. What do we see on the 4 hour time frame and the daily? We tap into this daily right here. Can we potentially go lower? Let's actually see what we have on the daily with ES and Q actually. So boom, 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 boom. 4 hour. Okay. Yeah, same thing over here. Nothing really changes. Yeah, so we do have this displacement right here. So do want to see this low get hit, this low, all of these lows. Pretty straightforward. Maybe we can get a continuation to these lows. Just going to keep playing out price action and see what we end up getting. We also do have these lows right here. So I do want to kind of point that out. Maybe we can go and, cheekily just go ahead and take these range lows right here and get away with that. But this overall daily, gap should hold and push us lower to at least this low. Maybe this low is a little bit of a stretch, but I do like this daily low right here. So yeah, let's go ahead, keep playing out price action, see if we can get anything significant potentially. And yeah, let's go ahead and see. Okay. Tap into this 15, all the way above right here. Can we get anything significant after we tap into this 15 is the real question. Okay. I'm going to keep playing out price action right here, though. Actually, overall, we are going lower. I just don't like that, we're all, in this overall range-based price action. Price is kind of slow on the 5 minute as well. But we're respecting, these higher highs that we're putting in, right? Or I guess, yeah, these lower highs that we're putting in right here. So that is a good sign. The thing is, I would just need to see a little bit more confirmation if I do want to take these shorts. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just keep playing it out. Maybe we get something significant, but maybe looking at ES, we can get SMTs at highs or something like that. Okay, we swept out these highs, but I want to see if there are any significant highs that we swept out as well. No, not really looking at anything crazy. Maybe 10 a.m. can just start delivering. I don't know. But I do want to see lower prices. That's the thing. So I just don't like that we are overall choppy. That is just the main thing. Okay, so now we're starting to break lower. Can we get something significant? Maybe not. Damn. Okay, we're starting to break out. That is definitely a good sign. After 10 a.m., we started to displace lower. Put in this failure swing. Went lower. That is definitely good. Just want to take a look at these areas right here. Okay, nothing really significant. Did we? We created equal lows with this. All right. So we created equal lows right here. We have these lows as well right here, and then we have this low right here as well. Starting to break out. I do like this right now. Just took a little bit of time. Tap into this 5 minute, so I'm gonna go ahead and mark that out. We still created equal lows, so if we get some sort of rejection, I would like to potentially take it. All right, cool. I am definitely in that over there. Boom, boom. In terms of what I'm a target, I'm a low-key just target this right here, just because on the 15-minute time frame, yeah, we are overall in this current range right here, but look at this 15-minute candle, right? We look like we want to go and break past these lows, fill this whatever gap this void is right here, and then go and take out this low. Looking at the daily as well, we're still holding up, tapping into this daily gap right here. We consolidated for a little bit, right? Looking at the 5-minute time frame, you can see we consolidated a little bit, then we started to break lower. So again, paired with that 15-minute close, definitely would like to see price rip from this area. So actually at this point, just to make sure that my stop is a little bit protected, I'm gonna put my I'm gonna put my stop above here. Maybe if you want to go and resweep this high, just to be safe, because I am targeting this low right here. So put my order over here, put 2 contracts on that, risking 1.5k. All right, here we go. Breaking past the low, perfect. So want to go break even here. Should continue. I'm gonna trail my stop pretty aggressively now so we don't get cooked potentially. Perfect. There we go. Nice 1, 2, 3 RR. Could I have gone away with putting my stop here? Yes. Is that a little bit more risky? Yes, it is. So I'd rather put my stop above this area. Maybe want to go manipulate into the midpoint of this 5-minute gap and then move lower. Again, compensating due to choppy price action. But yeah, we're up 6.6K. Got these two little dubskis. So yeah, took out this low, lining up with the overall higher time frame. Right, looks perfect. Yeah, so that was it for Thursday. We're going to go ahead to the next day. That will go ahead and complete this week. All right. What do we end up seeing over here on the 4-hour on both pairs? So 4-hour time frame, we swept out these lows right here. We don't have any, bro, I don't know what price action is doing here. Like, we don't have, yeah, we're bearish, but what draws do we have over here? Like, we have these draws right here, but they're pretty far away, right? They are like 300 or 400, almost 1,000 points all the way to that low right there. These are just minor draws on liquidity right here, so I don't really like that. We just took out external, an external low as well. Sorry, I can't talk right now. It's almost 2 a.m. God damn. In terms of retracements, after we took out this external, would potentially like to see a retracement back into this area. So that's what I'm looking at market open. Maybe we get something. We get this 10 a.m. right here. So we'll see what we end up doing. Hopefully we get something. I'm going to go to the 1 minute on ES as well. Just so, bro, why are we on NQ though? Okay. Maybe we get some sort of internal SMTs that form. Alright, looks like we're not going to do shit, but I would like to see at least this news start to go up and push us higher. Okay. Alright, now we're starting to break out 5-minute closure as well. A good tip is, when the 1 minute's looking like this, don't get faked out by the 1 minute. Look at the 5-minute chart and see what we're doing. Obviously, if price action is looking like this, you don't want to be trading. Should be pretty straightforward. But now we see this 5-minute closure above. Let's see if we can get anything significant. And yeah, I mean, I like this 4-hour retrace. We are starting to go in this direction. So yeah. Oh, okay. This is a little bit risky if I do take this just by looking at this overall price action. So if I do take this, I would definitely want to be a little bit, risk adverse on this. I mean, we want to go ahead and take this 4-hour. So what I will do actually is just, I don't know if this ends up sweeping out this low and, we end up getting cooked. But we are reacting off of this structure and we are putting in a structural low right here and we're getting a displacement candle out of it. So what I will do is risk lighter on this. So yeah, $655 is good on this one contract. I'll see if we end up displacing. Ooh, this is not looking good though. Ooh. Let's see. Yeah, this is all holding. So we have our stop at the protected area. So that's all that really matters. Okay. I'm going to start trailing pretty. Okay, I don't like that rejection. I'm going to honestly just trail my stop pretty aggressively. Put it over here. Maybe secure like $500. Okay. Trail it below here now. Okay. Well, damn. That was a sharp. Hopefully, we don't. Hopefully. Damn. Maybe. Okay. All right. We're good. So, would have gone break even. So, that was good that I trailed my stop. I trailed my stop because we have, all of these kind of choppy conditions right here. And then price ends up delivering, breaking out with this 5-minute closure. And then we chop around. Then we start delivering back higher. Have my stop at the protected area and everything. So, yeah. I am actually pretty curious. Why do we end up edging that 4-hour if we're just going to... Damn, bro. That kind of sucks. Are we just not going to do anything for the rest of the day? No way. So we just go and edge that 4-hour gap then. Wow. Oh. Bro, now we end up delivering. Wow, that's all the way later. Okay, well. Fair play then, I guess, NQ, but that's just pretty annoying that it did that, after a good like 2, 3, 4 hours. But I guess we are up 7.2K on the session, so pretty solid, nearing the last week. So let's go ahead, get right into it. Dude, I have the studio light right now to the left to like enhance my lighting and stuff. Dude, that is giving me a headache. I think I have like light sensitivity or some shit. Low-key kind of hurts though. All right, looking at the 4 hour right here. What I'm basically looking at is I do see this SMT at these lows right here. That's what I'm looking at right now, but it's obviously not confirmed until we get some sort of displacement higher. We do tap into this 4 hour and we're rejecting lower, so maybe this SMT can get broken with NQ just going out and taking out these lows. Do want to check the daily and see, since the 4 hour aren't really presenting that many drawn liquidities lower. Daily is showing the same thing as well. If we do want to go lower, past this low, we have these lows right here, which is 300 points away, which is low-key kind of a lot. So realistically at market open, if this SMT holds and we do pump higher off of market open, I would like to see some longs. Do want to see if we have some sort of pre-market structure. No, not really, but we do have this, potential SMT, so I'm gonna just mark it out just so I am aware. And in terms of what I can be targeting higher, like I'm gonna go with this area right here, this little swing high right here. We do have this hourly that would can potentially stop us, but this is kind of tricky. Okay, wait, hold on though. All right, this structure is just too good. I mean, we have this external SMT and everything, so I'm gonna go ahead, take this trade, put my stops at this low right here. In terms of what I'm gonna be targeting, I'm gonna go ahead and target these highs right here, these nice relative equal highs. I like this 5-minute pump, external SMT, everything. So yeah, gonna go ahead, try this out. Maybe I'll trail my stop as we go, but this should be, a nice little trade to take. I like this trade a lot. I'm gonna risk 1500 on it, full risk. And yeah, just expecting perfect. Okay, no, not perfect. Okay, good, better. Now I'm gonna trail my stop to here. Shouldn't expect price to go over here. So we're trailed $230 into profit right here. We are at this hourly. That is the one thing that is low-key just tripping me up, bro. Like, that is one thing that is tripping me up. But this daily is rejecting pretty nicely, so we could potentially flip. I'm gonna just keep playing this trade out, trailing my stop as we go. So all right, I'm gonna trail my stop a lot tighter here, securing 1.5k. Okay, so we just got trailed out there. Was that the right decision? Yeah, I would say so. Oh, nice, there we go. So that was the right decision. Trailed our stop accordingly. Tapped into this 1 minute right here, so that was the area to trail at. And yeah, we secured 1.5 on that. Still haven't lost, still 100% win rate. Let's go. We got to go ahead and finish the rest of this week out. Basically the reasoning behind this trade, pretty simple. I mean, we tapped into, we put in this external SMT right here at these lows. We had this area of interest over here, and yeah, just respecting the structure paired with this SMT, looking at market open, we end up displacing. We have a nice 5 minutes or nice displacement and nice 5-minute candle. In the middle of that 5-minute candle, I ended up executing stop at these nice swing lows right here, and yeah, just targeting the opposing side liquidity. Pretty simple paired with this external SMT. Let's see if we actually end up delivering. I'm actually curious. Damn, we do end up delivering. Oh, that low-key kind of hurts though. All right, whatever. Anyways, it is what it is, bro. We will move on to the next day. A win is a win. I trailed my stop at a good place, so cannot be too mad about that. So all right, back to business. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, looks like we want to continue to be bearish. Looks like this SMT put in that work. We ended up retracing higher, and now we're getting that displacement back lower. So Yeah, SMT tapped into this daily or whatever this void is right here. I don't know what it is, but we are seeing a 4-hour inverse. We're getting a 4-hour displacement as well. So now I am going to remove this SMT and look for price to go ahead and take out these lows based off of what I'm seeing on the overall higher time frame of us creating these lower highs, clear bear structure. This SMT did its job, pushed us higher, and then now we want to go back lower. So pretty clear draws in terms of internal, but I do really want to find an entry if I can get it. That would be the most ideal thing. So what are we currently seeing on these mid time frames? Nothing that crazy. So gotta keep playing out price action really quick. Damn, price is very choppy. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and skip to the 5-minute time frame, see if we can get that break that I want. Wow, we are consolidating. Yeah, all right, looks like we just want to continue higher, bro. Cool, NQ. Cool, bro. Maybe, nah, bro, I don't even know at this point. Off of this 4-hour right here, like, if we go and take out this high, that's just completely fried. Like, why would we do that? Why would we do that? Why would we not go lower and follow the higher time frame structure? At this midpoint right now, I don't even want to short anywhere above here, just because we're already at, almost 12. Yeah, we are at 12, and price action from market open has just been absolutely shit. So I'm not expecting price to go and dump 200 points just because we tapped into the 4-hour. If we do end up doing that, so be it. I don't want to go ahead and engage in this price action, especially at lunch hour, or just PM session as well. Even if PM session ends up delivering, cool. I'm completely fine with that. I just wish AM session ended up delivering, but I just want to see if this overall draw gets hit. All right, it doesn't, but we did low-key kind of move. Like, we did move pretty significantly off of this 4-hour gap right here. But yeah, I'm not really gonna be on the charts and trading at 12:30. That doesn't seem that realistic. So yeah, no trade for that day. AM session was absolutely dog shit. So go ahead to the next day. We're almost done with this. Hopefully we can maintain that 100% win rate. Maybe I just jinxed myself, but all right, we're back to Bun's conditions right here. Looking at the hourly specifically, pre-market does not look great whatsoever at all. So that is one thing that I am keeping in mind. Pre-market / overnight session looks like absolute shit. So I don't know what we can do. We can probably go higher, take out these highs right here, or we can go lower, and then take out all of this low resistance liquidity built up right here. Paired with the higher time frame, I would like to see lower price action. So I am tending more towards shorts, but we just have to see what market open ends up giving us, if we can even get an entry. So let's see. Looking at this 15-minute, we are seeing a sharp rejection over here. So we have news, FOMC. What else do we this is low-key kind of annoying. Fed interest rate decision, FOMC coming up. All right, bro, why do we have all this bullshit? FOMC, everything, just ruining the day. I don't even know if you can take a trade, bro. I really don't even know though. Let's keep playing out price action. 5-minute looks absolutely horrible, so gonna be avoiding these conditions right here. Damn, bro. Wow. What can you really expect from an FOMC day? Oh, okay. Well, that's what we can expect. Great. So yeah, it looks like FOMC delivered to our draw. Took out all this low resistance. Okay. Whatever, bro. Next day, here we go. Keep it pushing. We're already up 8.7K. If I can just get to that 10K mark, I will be happy. I'm not asking for much. Can we please keep this win streak and get to that 10K? Please. All right, looking at the hourly, what do we end up seeing? We have the same draw lower. This low right here. So looking at the 4-hour, same thing. Daily, do we have anything past that? Low key, we do. We have this low right here. So marking out 160 points. So not really that bad. Just want to see market open end up ripping lower as well, unless we have some sort of pre-market gaps that we've created. No, not really. Hourly, are we rejecting off anything? No. Let's see what market open ends up doing. All right, okay. I'm not seeing anything that's significant right here. Maybe we get something in a little bit. Okay. Let's look at ES really quick. Okay, we are rejecting kind of off that same area. Are we kind of rejecting off of this right here though? Okay, kind of. Let's see if we can get a continuation lower still. Okay, off of this 15-minute. Price is too choppy for me to execute, bro. This is not ideal price action right here. Even if we deliver, I just have to sit this one out. Yep, we delivered. It's better for me to sit that one out. It's not really ideal for me to take a trade off of this little 15-minute right here. Yeah, we are going lower, but again, looking at overall price action, I would rather fade this than me put risk on, especially me executing on the 1 minute. Not the best decision. So maybe we get something, but this would be very deep into discount now. That's just the one thing. Yeah, not looking the greatest in terms of us taking this area out. Yeah, I'm gonna skip this. We're gonna go into the last day. Looks like the rest of the week might have just been pretty slow, honestly. So that's fine. We did end up kind of ripping on the previous week, so I'm happy with that. 8.7k in 2 weeks is pretty solid. So I have this low marked out, by the way, on this 4-hour right here. Just this little random low right here, just aligning with the overall trending higher time frame that we're seeing all the way over here. So yeah, I would like to see price go ahead and take this out. Market open, maybe we can get something kind of nice. 15-minute, hourly. Are we in areas? Okay, we're in this hourly right here. Cool. Let's see if we can get anything significant. So we see all of this. If I see market open just displace, I'm gonna take a trade. All right, fuck this, bro. I'm gonna just take this trade. Put my stop at these highs. If you get manipulated, I get manipulated. But I'm gonna be targeting this. I mean, I really just want to see price just go ahead and hold this area. Like, we tapped into this hourly. Just want to see a flip off of this candle. We have this consolidation right here. Just want to see market open end up ripping. So yeah, gonna go ahead, take this trade. If we end up on a loss, bro, we end up on a loss. All right, I'm also risk 2 minis on this as well. I'm not gonna risk light or anything. If we get stopped, we get stopped. Please don't stop me though. Please don't stop me, please. All right, when do I want to start managing my position? After we take out these lows. Okay, stops at break even over here. Please hit. Ooh, let's go. Let's go. W, bro. 2.8 RR, 100% win rate, 12.6k on this session. Yeah, bro. I haven't really gotten hyped about backtesting in a while, but price action just started to clear up. Yeah, don't really want to overcomplicate it, really. Like, I saw 930 go lower over here. Like, I had my stop at these accumulation highs right here. Sometimes 930 likes to manipulate, so, you know, maybe we could have manipulated past these highs, and then I would have gone cooked. Then I would have just re-entered, honestly, if we got manipulated, and then we got that displacement. I had the buffer to do so. So that's why I went ahead and took this trade. But yeah, overall, pretty simple. You know, rejection off this hourly, looking at market open, seeing these draws lower as well on the 4-hour, right? Okay, it looks like we hit a little bit of a FX replay bug, but looking at this low right here, right? Wanted to see this get taken out. That's all I really wanted, and we ended up taking out this low. And yeah, everything is good. So let's go ahead, check the analytics really quick. See what's going on. 100% win rate, 5 trades taken, 2 weeks of data. Perfect, beautiful. Analytics, let's go ahead and check that as well. 100% win rate, 1.8 RR. Hey, what can you say, bro? Back-to-back 100% win rate backtesting sessions. So perfect. But yeah, if you guys have any questions on the 5 trades that I ended up taking, let me know. Drop it in the comment section down below. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. All right, you guys take care. Have a great rest of your guys' day, night, evening. And if you're not in the free Discord, actually, go ahead and join up. I'm going to leave it in the description below so you guys can go ahead and join up. Currently, the time is 2 a.m. I have to wake up for market open in a good 6 hours. So I'm going to go ahead, go to sleep, and I'll see you guys in the next video, all right? Peace.